My aunt stole my college fund, so I made sure she never handled money again. When I was 8, my mom opened a college fund for me. Nothing crazy, just small deposits whenever she could. Birthdays, tax refund, spare change, it added up. By the time I turned 17, it had a little over $42,000 in it. That money was my future. But when my mom got sick, everything changed. She needed surgery, and while she was in the hospital, my Aunt Carol stepped in as my temporary guardian. According to everyone, she was the helpful one in the family, the responsible one. Yeah, right. A month after Mom passed away, I went to the bank to check the college fund just to feel connected to something she built for me. The balance was 37 cents. Not $37. 37 cents. I thought it had to be a mistake. The banker printed out the statements, and my heart dropped. Every cent had been withdrawn by my aunt, in 4 transactions, all within a week after my mom died. I called her shaking. She answered cheerfully, "Oh honey, don't worry. I used it for family expenses. You'll understand when you're older." Family expenses? She'd used it to remodel her kitchen, buy a week-long vacation package, pay off her credit card, and rent a Tesla for a month. I was speechless. She said, "You didn't really think you'd go to college, did you?" I hung up, and I cried. That money wasn't just money, it was my mom's last gift to me. But I wasn't going to let Carol win. Not by a long shot. That I spent the next 3 years working 2 jobs, applying for grants, and studying my butt off. I got into community college, then transferred on scholarship. I lived in cheap apartments, ate noodles and eggs, and never stopped grinding. Meanwhile, Aunt Carol lived her perfect suburban life. Yoga, brunch, expensive handbags, fake Instagram happiness. But there's one thing: she wasn't prepared for karma with a law degree. Because after college, I didn't just get any job, I became a forensic accountant, the kind of person who investigates financial fraud. Funny, right? The universe has jokes. Fast forward to age 26. I landed a job at a mid-sized firm. Our clients? Small businesses wanting their books reviewed. Guess whose business shows up on my company's client list? Yup, Aunt Carol's boutique. Apparently, her shop wasn't making money and she needed financial guidance. My manager asked if I wanted to take the case. I said, "Oh, absolutely." You should have seen her face when I walked into her shop wearing a suit and a badge. She went pale. "Why you work here?" I smiled politely. "Of course. I handle fraud detection." She didn't say a word, and I didn't need her to. Over the next 2 weeks, I examined every record of her boutique. The results? She was underreporting sales, faking deductions, using business funds as her personal ATM, and committing tax fraud. Without even knowing it, I compiled everything into a clean, professional report and handed it to the IRS. Legally, quietly, perfectly. A month later, they audited her. Hard. Her business was fined. Her assets were frozen. She owed over $95,000 in penalties. She lost the boutique. She nearly lost her house. And she had no idea I was the reason. A week after the audit, she called me crying, "The government is ruining my life." I said calmly, "Really? Because when you ruined mine, you told me I'd understand when I was older." Well, I'm older now, and I understand completely. She went silent, then hung up. Now, I have the career I love, a stable life, and student loans fully paid off. I built everything myself without her help, without her money. Just grit and pain turned into fuel. And Aunt Carol? She works part-time as a cashier now. No more vacations, Teslas, Instagram bragging. Just consequences. My mom always said, do good, and good returns. Do wrong, and it returns stronger. She was right.